What is up, everybody? 49's Fine, back at you again today with another precious metals video. And today I wanted to talk about my undying addiction to Perth Mint. I kind of wanted to explain the story and my progress with Perth Mint so far and how much I love these pieces. Let's get into it. A huge thank you to our community members. Thank you guys very much for being part of the finest. So as you guys know, my absolute favorite mint in the world is the Perth Mint, and so I just kind of wanted to give an update as to my Perth Mint collection. I'm about 7 months into stacking now, and I just wanted to kind of go over these pieces. Now, the first one that I ever bought was the 5-ounce 2024 Lunar Dragon. Absolutely love this piece. It's super awesome. Once I picked this up, I realized, holy crap, I am not only addicted to Perth Mint, but I am absolutely brutally addicted to silver stacking. So I picked this one up first. And it being the 2024 year, I thought, well, I have to get the rest of them now. So I went ahead and picked up the 5-ounce 2023 Lunar Rabbit. At the time of purchasing this beautiful premium piece of silver, I only paid $174 for it, if I remember correctly. $174 after the spot price, after the premium, after any shipping fees. $174 for this amazing piece. And what's crazy about it is it was only about 6 months ago. That really kind of shows how well silver has moved this year, because you will not find a piece like this for $174 ever again. 5 ounces, 2023 Perth mint condition, absolutely beautiful. Moving down the line, I had to get the 2022. Unfortunately, the 5-ounce 2022 Tigers had like $100 to $140 premiums over spot total for the 5-ounce pieces. And unfortunately, I just couldn't justify paying $20 to $25 over spot per ounce for the 5-ounce Tiger. So I went ahead and got the 2-ounce. The 2-ounce is still absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's still a very decent size. 2 ounces is good enough. You know, I mean, it's a big piece. You know, it's covering up all my fingers here. So yeah, I got the 2022. The capsule's a little bit beat up, and it's got a tiny bit of milk spotting, I think, right here. But for being, you know, almost 3 years old now, it's held up very well. No tarnishing to speak of. So yeah, super happy with this purchase. The next purchase that I got was this might actually be my favorite piece aside from the dragon and the rabbit. This one's tied for my favorite Perth Mint piece. I think it's because of how reflective and beautiful the ox and the calf are. I don't know what it is. The tree is beautifully displayed arching over the top of the reverse of this coin. I just think it's set on the face of the coin very well. It's a very balanced image, and the detail is excellent. That reverse proof is absolutely gorgeous. I think this one's definitely tied for my favorite between the dragon, rabbit, and itself. So I love Perth Mint so much, I have a hard time figuring out what my favorite piece is, because almost everything they make is my absolute favorite. And then next, I got the 2020 Lunar Mouse. This one's good. It's very decent. It's a highly detailed design. It's definitely premium silver. It's gorgeous. It's in good condition. It's just not my favorite. It's just a couple of mice, you know. They're eating some corn. They're staged on the face of the coin very well. But you know, it's a good piece. It's definitely, I like it more than most of my other generic pieces. But it's not my favorite, but nonetheless, it's still another example of the great work that Perth Mint does. Next, I wanted to get into the gold. So what did I buy? I bought not a 10 ounce, a 1/10 ounce gold Lunar Dragon. And it's absolutely incredible. I realized once I picked this up, I learned about the power of holding gold. This little 1/10 ounce piece is tiny and it doesn't weigh very much. But the feeling I get when I'm holding this is equivalent to holding like a 5-ounce piece of silver. Like I don't know what it is about the gold. That feeling you get when you hold a nice piece of silver, it's way more powerful when you hold a piece of gold. So I'm excited to watch my gold stack grow moving into the future. Now, with this said, my silver Lunar series are part of my collection. Those are part of the collection. They're not part of my stack. I don't really see myself ever selling them unless something really bad happened and I had to. But the gold pieces, they're not part of my collection. They're part of my gold stack because I do intend on exchanging these not for fiat, but for land and real estate in the future. So my gold is in fact part of my stack, even though it is Perth Mint. It's a Lunar series, absolutely some of the most beautiful gold in the world. It is part of my stack. It's not part of my collection. It's not going to be with me forever, I don't think. But nonetheless, given that it is gold, I will be holding this for a minimum of 10 years. Without a doubt, I'm going to hold this for a minimum of 10 years. So for now, I might as well consider it a part of my collection because I have no intentions of selling it anytime soon at all. But I will, down the road, I do have plans to exchange my gold for other tangible assets like land and real estate. But as far as the silver pieces go, those are part of the collection. They aren't going anywhere. Next, what did I buy? The 2025 Snake series came out, and I just had to pick up the silver and the gold. The silver, I actually didn't like it at first. I saw the pictures online, and I thought, nah, it's not very impressive, but once I got the coin in person, I was blown away. It's absolutely gorgeous. The detail on the snake is amazing. I wish my camera would focus so you could see it better, but the detail on the body of the snake is amazing. I love this river that runs behind him. I love the terrain, the detail of the terrain behind him. It's absolutely incredible. The way these trees hang down and you've got the symbol and the year centered here is amazing. I really like the matte background around the obverse, and I like how the letters here are reflective and they really stand up off of the image. I think the obverse is great as well. Not a fan of Charles, but you got to work with what you're dealt, and I think they did a great job with the obverse. Yeah, this coin has definitely grown on me, and I also learned to not doubt Perth Mint ever again. With this silver snake purchase, I bought my biggest piece of gold that I own yet, and that's going to be the 1/4 ounce gold snake. I like the gold design a little bit better than the silver. I think he's a little bit more dynamic. I really like how it's laid out here on the coin, kind of just halfway up and then kind of arching over, and it makes space for the symbol here. I really like this piece. I wish I could have afforded a 1/2 ounce, but you know, it is what it is. We're stackers. We stay consistent and we don't overspend. We don't want to put ourselves in a bad position financially because you don't want to have to turn around and sell a piece that you just picked up. But I love the silver and I love the gold. The dragon speaks for itself. It's amazing. The rabbit is gorgeous. I'm going to pick up a 1/2 ounce gold rabbit eventually whenever I can. And then the tiger is amazing as well. I love the baby cub. He's awesome. Yeah, I love the tiger design. The ox, one of my favorites. I'm actually not that much of a fan of the gold design for the ox. It's still good, but it's not my favorite. But the silver version might be my favorite silver Perth Mint piece in the Lunar series. And then there's the mouse, super solid piece once again. But nonetheless, I'm super, super happy with all of these. I've wanted a kookaburra, a 10-ounce kookaburra for a very long time, but unfortunately right now I really need to focus on my generic pieces that have lower premium. I get in the habit of buying a bunch for my collection that I don't intend on selling, so I don't really consider it necessarily a part of my net worth. it means more to me than that, and it's not a part of my financial portfolio. My stack is a part of my financial portfolio, but my collection is not, because I don't ever intend on liquidating it, except for the gold pieces. So I really need to focus more so on generic for a while, really build up my generic weight, build up my liquidity in silver in that way, and I'll get a 10-ounce kookaburra down the line at some point. Because that will be a part of my collection as well. That's kind of a struggle that silver stackers and gold stackers have. You got to kind of fight and prioritize. Yeah, there's some really cool pieces you want to add to your collection, but at the same time, you gotta stay dedicated and disciplined on your actual stack. Really just stacking that generic weight is very important as well. So that's kind of been my struggle lately. I've been a little bit too committed to the collection, but nonetheless, I get to sit down, look at these beautiful, beautiful pieces, feel the satisfying weight in my hands. Just brings a smile to my face. But anyways, guys, that's the update on my I would say 6 or 7 month Perth Mint collection. Here's the progress. Whole bunch of beautiful ounces here. All right, guys, I look forward to the future. Stay safe out there, guys. Keep stacking. Peace.